Salve a tutti, siamo in un nuovo salotto magico del casino della Vallée di Saint-Vincent, congresso Masters of Magic, con un altro dei grandi artisti internazionali di questo congresso. Dall'America, Tony Chapek. Can you tell us something about you, something about your career, something about your life?
Thank you, first of all, and hello. It's great to be here. And for those of you who don't know, I perform magic with a television. So my act has always been all about technology, trying to stay ahead of current technologies. But if you saw my show, what happens is I play a character in a TV set, and then I do interactions with the character in the TV. And the character in the TV is a very silly kind of alter personality from my personality. And so we have kind of a very comical relationship. And then there's a lot of visual interactions that are my own original magical kind of creations. So, but from the very beginning, the very first time I ever attempted this act was 1984. So we're talking 27 years ago, with just a small tube TV. And the idea of having the character in the bed, in the pajamas, being this kind of grumpy, different personality from me, that was right from the beginning. And really, I've stayed with that kind of relationship all the way.
At the beginning, was it just a joke with your friend that you want to put something in the television and take it out?
Yeah,
like this?
I've always kind of liked, well, I've always been interested in magic, and I've always liked filmmaking, so, and video production, and I've always played around with these things. And the day that I thought about combining them, the first thought I thought it would be fun to be watching TV with some friends and then say that there's a smudge on the TV. So I need to go wipe off the smudge, and I would take a cloth and go to wipe it off, and oh, it's on the other side of the glass. So then I reach behind, and I wipe the inside of the glass. So this was just kind of a little joke.
And the reaction was...
it was really good.
Incredible. And you think that was possible to develop an entire act?
Well, then that was just kind of a little gag. The first magic trick I really did was, I don't know how many magicians are watching, but there's a trick where you can make a coin disappear. So instead of just simply making the coin disappear, I took the coin and pretended to put it against the TV screen. And then before that, I produced a video of making a coin appear inside the TV screen. So it looked, when I filmed myself doing this with the TV, it looked like I was just handing a coin right through the glass. It looked really cool. So I showed that idea to some people, and everybody thought it was great. So then I went ahead and I developed a little routine that maybe lasted 5 minutes. Showed it to some friends, and I never really knew where this thing would go, but it caught on so well, and I just kept working and improving, and now I've traveled the world with this thing. So
and was a problem for you when you passed from the big TV to the LCD? Or you have to
it was a huge, and going to the flat screen TV has allowed all the interactions to be so much more seamless. It has been a big help, and I have continued to make improvements from the very beginning. So at first I was shooting it all with like a VHS tape. Then we went to digital. You make another change, you reshoot the whole video. As I came up with new ideas to add to the show, I would have to reshoot. I've redone the whole video that you see in the TV probably 15 or maybe 15, 20 times. It's just been, there have been many evolutions of it. So it's still that same basic idea, me and the same character, but everything has just evolved and improved and gotten to, I've really strived for perfection. And I think in terms of doing interactive video compared to what other people in the world do, I think that I've really come as close as I think I can to having what would be perfection in the way it looks. I've really have worked, very hard on this.
It's almost 30 years so that you are working with this idea, and you think that now is perfect.
Well, it's never perfect, because there's always things that I can do to make it a little bit better. But I guess I don't want to. I'm definitely not finished. I'll definitely continue to improve. And as new technologies come along, we'll just see.
With 3D, you are thinking something.
I'm thinking already about 3D. I would love it. At first, I just didn't know if it would be very good to have to hand out glasses to everybody in the audience. But if they ever get to where 3D doesn't require glasses, I will for sure be getting involved in
Tony, can I ask you one thing? As you're interacting with a video, and we have all seen what is possible to achieve on television and in cinema, do you consider your act magical or just more entertainment rather than magic? Tell us about the magic in your act.
Yeah, well, I think it's very magical, and I think I produce a very magical atmosphere for the audience. The strength of it isn't just simply the magic tricks. It's the whole environment where this character on the TV and the people have told me that the interactions look so realistic that you almost start to believe that this person is real, the person in the TV. So you create kind of this very unusual, magical environment for the people in their minds. The tricks, I think are very interesting, and they are magical. So magicians love to see the way I've taken maybe some traditional tricks like a hanky vanishing in your hand, a coin disappearing, and then I've combined them with video technology and created something altogether new. So it's magic, but I wouldn't say that it's just simply a magic act. It's a very entertaining thing, and it's also something that really people go away thinking differently. Maybe people are inspired to come up with something new themselves.
Another thing, because you started with this act, as you say, about 30 years ago, close to 30 years ago. And since then, a lot of other people have done something quite similar. I'm thinking, for example, of Marco Tempest, and other magicians, even in recent years, interacted with a movie or with a screen. Do you think they are somehow stealing or borrowing your ideas? What is your thought on this?
Well, I know that I originated this type of magic, because in 1984, nobody can go back as far as me in terms of, so I was the originator of this kind of magic. And the International Brotherhood of Magicians and the Society of American Magicians have both honored me with the award for originality. So they did their research, and they really felt that I am the originator of this. But I think that some of the ideas other people have come up with, it doesn't bother me. I don't think, it would bother me if somebody stole my idea of the character. And now other people are doing visual interactions with TV, Marco Tempest, but most of it is involved with simply visual interactions, where I have a real character thing in my show. The character in the TV that I play, the relationship we have, and then I go a lot deeper than visual interactions. We have, if you've seen the show, I go into rewind. I have this picture-in-picture thing, a lot of the different technologies that are really my own ideas. Nobody else has really attempted to steal those yet, as far as I know. But if somebody wants to do something with a TV screen where they put their hand in the TV screen, that kind of thing doesn't bother me.